did you watch?
Drugs, the war at home.
Is what do people want in a talk show host?
Well, look at the words talk show. They have to be able to talk.
Yeah, but show also. I mean, it is a talk show, right? You got to show something.
Yeah.
Sure.
But if you can talk while you're showing something, that's ideal.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, obviously it's ideal, but it's also the ultimate challenge.
No, the ultimate challenge is getting my 5-year-old to eat meatloaf.
I don't want to sound like a cliche, but I think the show should be in color.
Sure.
Sure, but what if you don't have a color TV?
Yeah. Hey, Eric, could you hold that camera steady? Is that a...
He doesn't look so good.
No, he doesn't. He looks kind of wobbly. Oh, my God. Are you all right? Hey! Oh. Can we get another camera guy in here?
From New York, where after the taping, I'll be driving out to Mitchell Field, where I keep my private jet, the one I regularly pilot down to St. Thomas by myself. They treat me right down there. Great food, terrific view of the bay. Who am I kidding? They took my driver's license away years ago for crashing through the window of a convenience store. I'll be lucky if the bus gets me home in time to catch the late news and some leftover chicken. I tell you, my life sucks. It's Late Night with David, person in the world who understands me, really understands me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have really put together a fine piece of television entertainment for you folks tonight, both here in the studio audience as well as our lovely home viewers all over North America. Thank you. You know, we're getting very close now. The Winter Olympics are just around the corner, as we say, when we don't know exactly how far off they are. And then the Summer Olympics, I guess, which NBC is covering from Seoul, will take place in August or September or whenever. Anyway, today the flags representing the 161 nations that will be competing in the Summer Olympics in Seoul were raised in that city. And it was interesting, I was looking at some of the photos of the various flags from the various countries. Norway has an interesting flag. It's a solid white background, and in the center, I didn't realize this, is a blue figure of Snoopy. Wow, boy, here's another long one. Boy, is that just one page or two, Donna? That's just the one. All right, we'll try the one then. Well, the Miami Herald is now charging that Gary Hart received illegal campaign help in 1984 and 1988 from a California video magnate, and Gary Hart is now saying that, okay, if these charges are proven to be true, he will, one, withdraw from the race on February 1st, and then re-enter March 15th. So... And then what would be the last one? Well, you almost need a bookmark with some of these, don't you? All right, let's just try it. I got nothing else to do but read tonight anyway. Well, HBO announced that they will produce a commission of inquiry investigating allegations against Austrian President Kurt Waldheim. They will speak to witnesses, have lawyers, and hold a trial. And I understand if he is found guilty, he could lose his cable for up to a year. Hurt anyone. Now, this would be your favorite, right, Kevin? All right. Well, you know, Southern California, our neighbors to the southwest, they are presently being battered by bad storms all week, and I understand yesterday the winds were so high that they actually moved Lonnie Anderson's hair. Was that you, Paul? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Here, now, kids, say hello to our good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer. He's right over there.
Thank you so much, everybody. Boy, I'll tell you, have you seen the backstage scene today?
What's that, Paul?
It's nutty back there. There's high security tonight.
Why would that be?
Guys, bouncers with lists, a lot of celebrities. in the house tonight.
Really? In
Yeah,
this house?
yeah.
What are they doing here?
And just backstage, hanging out.
Like who? Name some names.
I don't want to name names, but they're hanging with Ed Begley Jr. That's all.
Oh, Ed. Well, sure. He's a very, very well-known, very hip
Seems to
kind
be
of
a dapper
suave,
man about
sophisticated-
town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some broads are here today.
Huh?
Excuse me.
How did the deal go last night?
Oh, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
That's right.
show. Yeah, it was quite incredible.
Paul Schaefer and our band
Everybody.
was, you're sort of the house band for this function every year, right? And as a result, at the end of the evening, you get to play with all of these guys who are in attendance and all of the inductees, right?
Everybody was a great sport. Yeah, everybody played last night. George, Ringo, you know. I found myself conducting Bob Dylan, singing Like a Rolling Stone, and actually coming over to him and saying, "How does it feel?" And he turned and said, "How does it feel?" And I said, you know, it was like a real Walter Mitty thing.
Now,
but the biggest thrill for me was meeting Ramblin' Jack Elliott. You know him.
I know Ramblin' Jack
He
Elliott.
speaks very highly of you.
Yeah, well, give him my best.
I will. And Mickey. Greg Fillinganes, actually. Mickey's musical director said hello.
I don't know any of these people.
Mickey, man.
I'm sorry.
Michael Jackson.
But seriously,
Mickey,
did
you know.
my name come up in any fashion?
Everybody said to say hi to you.
No, really?
Absolutely everyone.
But I mean, you got a sense that it was a positive reference.
With you?
Yeah.
No question about it. It seemed that you know everybody in the world.
Yeah.
And Ringo was quoted as saying, "Yeah."
You know who I ran into today coming to work? I parked the car and I'm walking to work, and guess who I run into?
Who?
This was very strange and kind of sad. Willard Scott, the NBC Today Show weatherman. Willard is walking across 49th Street, and I'm making a turn right there, and I said, "Willard, hi, how are you doing?" And I talked to the guy for about 20 minutes. He had no idea who I was. Now that's the truth. He thought I was like some guy wanting a handout or something. He kept saying, "Oh, hi, bud, how's it going, guy? Nice to see you, pal." And a lot of that stuff. 20 minutes we talked.
Right. I had no idea. No idea who you were.
And then sooner or later they came off and towed him.
Funny. Now, was he wearing the toupee?
Had no hair on his head, no hat, no nothing.
Absolutely
nothing on his head. He
Nothing.
was,
No
dressed
top
from the neck.
coverage at all.
Had no idea who I was. The guy's in a fog. I give him 2 more weeks on that show. What are we doing here? I tell you what, let's do the top 10 list second. We're going to do it in a minute. I want to get something off my chest. I've been talking about this sort of semi-seriously, but you have to understand something. I'm very serious about this. A couple of years ago, NBC came to me and they said, "Dave, we couldn't be happier with you. We couldn't be more proud of the show, and everything is going so well. We would like to redecorate your office, top to bottom, wallpaper, carpet, anything you want, chandeliers, entryways, the whole thing. We'll do it. We'll pick up the tab. You just tell us what you want." And I said, "This is a very, very generous offer, and of course I am flattered, but my wants and needs are simple." And I explained to them really what I wanted, and we put together some plans, and as the plans got put together, they kept adding things on. How about this? How about a shoe shine machine? How about an outboard motor and on? How about a salad bar? How about a big roasting spit for meat? On and on and on, and I thought, well, okay, sure, this is more than I want or need, but okay, sure, we'll do it. Well, to make a long story short, if that's possible at this point, finally, NBC, we hear back. We hear nothing from them, and we're beginning now to hear rumblings. We never hear anything directly from them, so they send like a little weasel emissary down, and we said, "Whatever happened to Dave's office like 2 years ago?" And they said, "Oh, we couldn't really do that." And, you know, it wouldn't have been so bad, but they're the ones who brought it up. The jerks here running the office redecoration program. And everybody else got a lovely new office. Morty got a lovely new office, and everybody else. So now, as a result, this is what my office currently looks like. It's not awful look, but it's kind of like the back room at an OTB. You know, see, there's just an ugly carpet, and the walls could be painted, and there's the curtains need to be, and that's Ernesto, my Philippine manservant. But there are things that I would like to change. So I've been tormenting about this, and it finally occurred to me, if you want something done, in New York City, there's only one man to do it, and that, of course, is Donald Trump. Take a look at some of the things he's been able to accomplish in his career. There, that's the Trump Tower right there on Fifth Avenue, and you get apartments in there like $300 or $400 a month. There's Donald Trump. The first book this man writes, this one, The Art of the Deal, goes right to #1. It's the runaway bestseller. What else has he done? Well, he's having lunch with Valerie Bertinelli. Well, not a bad accomplishment when you think about it. And he had the New Jersey Generals. Oh, all right, we'll throw that one in. But look at this next one. Look, now see, this is what I'm getting to. This is an ice skating rink located in Central Park. This is Woolman Rink. It's a landmark. People used to love to go up there and skate. So it breaks down, something happens. And for 2 years, this city, this great teeming metropolis, cannot seem to get the repairs made. So the ice rink is closed for like over 2 years. Finally, Donald Trump steps in and he says, look, I'll do it, okay? He gets it done, he gets it repaired, and people are skating like literally 2 days later. It took him like a weekend to repair Woolman Rink. So that's the kind of thing I want Don to do for me, because when he was on the show, I think he said, Dave, if you ever need anything, give me a call. So call him up, and we'll just ask him if he would be interested in this little project. This is Donald Trump. I have a direct line to Donald Trump anytime, day or night. We're very, very good friends. Very wealthy man.
You obviously think he's fabulous.
Oh, I think, yeah, you couldn't find a nicer guy.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Dave Letterman. Who am I speaking to?
Hello, David Letterman. This is Donald Trump. How are you?
See, exactly, see? Don, thank you very much for taking the call. What are you doing today? First of all, where are you right now?
Well, right now I'm at a little office, and I'm trying to make another deal, Dave, so I can keep up with you. Where are you right now, David?
Well, I have a TV show I do every night here at NBC.
Not bad.
Yeah, we tape it every afternoon.
Right,
So, are you evicting anybody today, Don?
No, I don't like evicting people. I don't like doing that, Dave. That's one of the unpleasant chores. I don't do that.
You turn anybody's steam off, Don? No, these are only jokes, Don, because you and I know we have a relationship, both private and public, and we're pretty good friends. Isn't that right, Don?
Absolutely correct.
And the last time you were on the show, Don, didn't you say to me, Dave, anything I can do for you, you name it?
Anything whatsoever, Dave.
Yeah. How's your lovely wife, by the way?
She's fantastic.
Oh, good. And everything's going all right? The Empire's coming along?
The Empire's coming along just fine.
Okay. All right, Don, let me explain to you what I would like you to consider doing for me. It's along the lines of what you did for the Woolman Rink.
Okay, well, that was easy, Dave.
Right. You stepped in, and you were able to accomplish what, for some reason, this city could not accomplish, and you did it in a relatively short period of time, and once again, now people can enjoy this beautiful ice skating facility, and thanks to you, Don, thanks again, because nobody ice skates more than I.
Well, good. Very good.
Now, the project that I have in mind is kind of along those lines. I, for some reason, can't get NBC to make good on their offer to redecorate my office.
Right.
It's been about 2 years now, and they're still not coming through. Would you be interested in this project?
I think it would be very exciting. In fact, I can think of nothing I'd rather do, but perhaps you should try going directly and maybe negotiating with CBS or ABC. Have you thought about that? You know, I look at your ratings, David, and I know how high they are, and I would say that if you walked over to CBS or ABC, you'll have your office decorated very, very quickly.
Exactly, Don. That's the kind of thing I knew I would get from you, because I've been getting, late at night, I get these calls from Brandon Stoddard, like 4 in the morning. The guy at ABC calls me like 4:30 every morning talking to me about this kind of thing. But what I need to do is get the office redecorated immediately.
Okay.
And it's nothing fancy. Here, I'm going to put up a picture now of what I'm interested in, and I'll tell you what I got in mind. I just want a desk, just a desk. I want a map of the world, and I want flags. I want like an American flag and an NBC flag, and on the carpet, embossed into the carpet, I want the GE logo.
It sounds like an awfully exciting office.
But I think you could knock this out in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely right, David. And for you, I'd be glad to do that.
All right, and listen,
to do it.
You know, if you want, you can call this little office, you can call that Television City if you want.
Okay, why don't we do it? We'll call it a mini television city.
Perfect, perfect. I knew we could work out a deal.
Well, you and I have a deal, and I'll be over there tomorrow to start working on it. I'll do it myself, David. How's everything else going?
Everything else is going pretty well, and I'll tell you what, Don, from now on, I'll do all my gambling in your casinos.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Listen, have a good night. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Right,
good luck.
So long. We don't have time for this.